Kellen Moore, give him a shot. Play calling head coach. Okay? Play calling head coach.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire. Motherfucker.
Hurts is a one-year wonder. You should have a song over that. Hurts the
What
one-year
an
wonder.
idiot!
Hey, can I get a Jacob shirt?
What an idiot!
Hurts the one-year wonder. I was benched for Tua.
Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup.
I was
but
benched
we don't
for
need a
Mr.
receiver.
Marbles.
Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid.
Oh, man.
I fire his ass.
I was benched for Millie Vanilli.
I fire his ass.
Oh,
I mean, how he's got to be
Hurts.
stupid.
I was benched for Millie Vanilli.
What are you doing?
Wait a minute. I
You
was
just let
benched for
Dallas
Tanner
take him.
McKee.
You.
I was benched.
What's
for,
up, good people?
What's the boss's New Jersey
Mark Holmes
thing,
here,
Bob?
and as always, I want to say
the
thank you
boss.
all for watching,
for,
commenting,
Kenny
subscribing, and being
Flick.
part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally...
The show, Eagle
not
Hate
work.
Train. Dude, I hate when you guys suck up.
Oh,
play shitty,
man.
don't
You know,
recognize your problems.
This is...
If I got to jam it down your throat,
I
have
got
for
a
3
lot
years,
of flack
you're welcome.
from a lot of people
Yo, Sills, tell Johnny
about
Mac.
doing
more for
this.
head coach.
They kept saying,
You're gonna
why
grind
do
the
you
F
do
out
this
of me.
thing?
Oh, hey.
Why are you doing it, man? You know,
You're trying to tell
they
me you
just
think Nick
trash
Sirianni's
you. They just
better
talk
option
shit
at
about
coach
you
than-
and everything else.
than Kellen
You know,
Moore?
it's stupid. I
Well,
do it for
Have a great
times
time
like
with a new
this.
coordinator next year.
See, last week it was great.
We
It
did
was
talk to you all
great, and I
season.
can't wait to get back on there.
This will take time.
again today.
Right,
I
guys?
don't have my line.
They
Let
need
me
to
go
make
get a
Kellen Moore
line.
head coach
'cause
and fire
I got my
Sirianni,
drink
cut
ready,
the
but I need a
losses.
line for it.
That'd be
So
the
I'll
best
be
thing
right
possible.
back.
If we continue to play, he has been, the shirt should say, hurts to be benched again. Hey, wait a minute. Jalen Hurts. I won the job from Carson Wentz. No. I replaced Nick Sudfeld. I beat out Nick Sudfeld. Nick Sudfeld. Is it Nate or Nick? Is it Nick or Nate? I forget. Is it Nate? Nate Sudfeld? I was benched for Nick Sudfeld. Oh, it's Nate. Excuse me. Big Sills is loving every moment of this. Oh, Eagles win Sunday, so we can get positive Sills on Monday. No, you're getting positive Sills now. I feel good about the 8.5.
I've got my
I'm gonna
line.
make some money. I got benched.
I've got
No,
my
I
room.
beat out Nate I beat out Nick Sudfeld. That's how I got the Eagles starting
There we
job.
go.
Beat out old Nicky Sudfeld.
Ah, boy. Let's go ahead and get into the
I'm gonna
studio.
start watching Eagle games with a paper bag in my back pocket to put over my head just in case this it comes to. Oh my God, dude!
I've been on a roof all day.
That would be hilarious. Somebody, hey,
My show with a
every
bag
time
over my
somebody
head.
brings up Jalen Hurts, I should do my show with a bag over my head.
Oh, Lordy. No, they're not. Oh, wow.
Oh man, you know what? You know what sucks about this?
Oh, boy.
Now I'm going to be forced to kind of defend you guys because let me tell you. By the way, before we bring Mark the Drain, I'll tell you what. Mark Holmes has a lot in common with Jerry Jones. Any chance, Jerry, are you trading away Michael Parsons?
Shit, I'd rather take a DNA test than trade my boy away. What are you, crazy? I'd rather take a paternity test.
He knocked that chick up in the toilet, stall 4. I know where. It's down in the West End, too. Trust me. It's in the West End. Jerry came out of the
Damn.
stall. He had the chick there on the toilet. And you know what? He
my
knocked her up
goodness.
down there. Dude, you gotta love Jerry Jones. You could
Gotta
knock
love
somebody
Jerry
up in a
Jones.
toilet in the West End. Hey, Jerry, did you knock her up?
No idea what you're talking about. My team's worth $15 billion.
I'm the head man here, charge of
Please cut it
everything
out.
of Dallas,
Week 1
Texas.
Eagles are back. Okay.
You know, when I first got to the Cowboys, I'll bring Mark Holmes here in a second. So I first got to the Cowboys. I come down the highway there, and this big old Texas Ranger comes up. He pulls me over. I'm in this sleek red, brand new Acura, rims low profile. It had Dade County plates on it. Thank God my cowboy bag's in the back. This old Texas Ranger comes up. He's about 6'10", like the guy you see at the Cotton Bowl. They're that big old Tex guy with the big old hat on. By the way, my wife's from Dallas, Texas. Just so you know. All the chicks in Dallas, do you go to McDonald's, they're all hot. Okay, so this big guy goes like this. Roll that damn window down, boy. Yes, sir. Roll the window down. He goes, step out of the goddamn car. This Ranger's about 6'6".
I thought he was.
He goes,
6'10".
boy, where you going with this thing here, man? All hot up and ready to roll? You know, when I see plates that say Dade County, you know what that says to me, boy? I said, no, sir. He goes, that means D-O-P-E, dope. And I said, sir, I'm going to the Cowboys. Cowboys? This is in Tyler, Texas.
Oh, man.
Cotton Fields, it.
Rose
Freaking
capital of the
Cotton Fields.
world.
This big old Texas Department of Motor Vehicle comes up to me and goes like this. Shit, I believe I still got my Dallas, Texas driver's license. He comes up to me and he goes like this. Here it is right here. Dallas, Texas. He comes up to me and he goes, you going to Cowboys, boy? You want to play for Coach Landry? Shit. Give you an escort down there, a little bit down the way there, and I'll hook you up to my boy down there.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. He goes, let me just tell you something. See that car there, boy? I'll take your ass in just to shake you down here. We don't like them Floridians
Them
coming in through
Floridians.
Texas. You know why? Oh. You in a different country now, son. You in Texas.
You in Texas.
And I'm like, yes, sir. Okay, all right. If I didn't have my bag, no way. Big Seals would have been in the pokey. God knows what would have happened. I may have been picking cotton in Tyler, Texas.
or roses.
All that being said, that's back when the Cowboys are good.
Oh,
You know, like
here
MySpace.
Here we go.
You know, digital telephones.
Here we go.
And see, Mark now, he's 3-2. Thinks he's sitting good. But as many of you know, he's going to lose the next 4.
You know, they
Okay.
said last
So
week
without
they'll lose
further
the next
ado,
5.
the man, the myth, the legend, who thought he was barred. I said, Xander goes, hey, Sills, Mark Holmes says he's barred. I go, Mark Holmes who?
Mark Holmes, I never heard of him.
I go, oh, Mark Holmes. Let's bring him in here. The mouth of the South and the mouth of the Dallas Cowboys.
What's
here he
going
is.
on, Sills? How you doing today, man?
I always have to change gears when you come on for some reason because
Do you?
now let me ask you, are you hitting that whiskey?
Oh,
Because-
it's actually rum.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. 1888 rum, man. This is good stuff here. It's nice sipping
Did you
rum.
get that from the grandma up in Vermont? Is that where you got that rum from?
You mean my safe house? You know, I can tell you. I'm going to ask you something. How is it the Eagles lost and they didn't play?
What are you referencing, Mark?
Devin White?
Yes, that was a mistake by His Highness Howie Roseman. Yes, that was a mistake that they made, and they've made numerous mistakes when it comes to building their football team.
You know what's funny about it is I went back and I looked at a Philly 500 tape of him praising the move of Devin White. He said it was the biggest free agent signing of the offseason at that point. And the funny part was after that, see, this is where karma is a bitch. Because after that, he started talking about Mark Holmes is hiding out at a safe house in Vermont. Okay. So that shit kind of came full circle back to you guys. Now, you did say I can laugh now because I'm going to lose the next 4. You know what's funny is last week you said he can laugh now because he's going to lose the next 5.
Yeah, you beat the shitty Giants. Congratulations.
Shitty Giants. No, we just beat the Steelers. The top 5 defense.
I forgot the
On
greatness.
the road.
You're making Justin Fields sound like he's Terry Bradshaw.
Not me. No. You know what ESPN last week was literally comparing what Justin Fields was doing with Pat Mahomes? Not me.
Yes, he actually has a higher quarterback rating since the start of 23 than Jalen Hurts. Not to throw it, and the Giants did go up to Seattle.
You're doing my job for me now, bro.
No. And the team you beat the previous week to the Steelers was the Giants. They went up to Seattle
and won.
And they won that game up there with Daniel Jones.
And that's a hard place to play, man. That's like being inside of a jet engine.
So help me up here. What's up with the bitching and the little love spat between Dak and CD? I mean, these two lovers, are they going to ever get on the same page, or are we looking at a situation here where you know how come it's always Dak? And this is where I'm going to defend you. How come it's always Dak acting like the adult and the rest of the people around him act like children there in Dallas?
Because he's getting $231 million.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, look, if you can't be an adult and you're getting that.
Okay, I'm with you there. All right.
That was just I think what that was. I unfortunately, with CeeDee Lamb not being in camp, so when you played football, you had practices that are full go, week after week after week, 2-a-days. This shit that they do now where you got 14 padded practices where you don't really hit, the only real competition you have is actually on Sundays and games. And so when you think about it, CD is still learning, getting used to football speed and everything else. At least that's going to be my take on it. He's got
$36 million. I mean, shit, you weren't ready?
Yeah, apparently not. But the good news was we actually had some people step up. Jalen Tolbert. He literally sprained his effing nuts the play before and catches a touchdown pass.
Ugh, this is so painful.
And Rico, the guy you've been busting on, he had 4.3 yards a carry, 83 yards. I'm not saying that's great, but he's been getting better. And I will give you another better one. Mozzie. Oh, no, bro. 4 tackles from 3 to 3 to 4. Hey, he's getting penetration. And Linville Joseph was actually
playing better than Jordan Davis.
He is, yeah. Kind of funny, isn't it? Now, if he continues, remember, he's only started 5 games in his career. He's still relatively
He's playing better ball right now than Jordan Davis.
Yeah. Hard to I know it hurts you to say that.
Yeah, because I need to see a little more out of the kid. I mean, don't worry, man. The next 4 games, you'll be back down to reality. You'll have that bottle shot down in a month. That bottle will be empty, and you'll be out of rum.
Here's what
You'll be out of Captain Jack. You'll be out of Captain Jack in a month.
Oh, the liquor store is only half a mile away, so I can go over there and get some more. But
okay, well then you'll be out of limes.
No, I got the grocery store across the street, so I'm good, buddy. But here's what I'm going to say, man. I'm going to say the same thing that I said last week. And right now, I know you got a lot of people and friends and stuff that are in Florida, and my prayers are with all the people down there. This thing is going to be no joke. It's just going to carve a path through Florida.
It's going to be like Andrew.
It's going to be bad.
Flatten it.
But I don't know what next week's going to hold. I'm going to enjoy this week, and I'm enjoying hearing you literally killing Jalen Hurts. And,
I think Jalen Hurts is an average quarterback.
You're going to give him that much credit?
Well, I think he's right around the 16th, like Kim in here says, 16, 17, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's going to get better, man. I mean, I don't see it. No matter how much talent they put around him, he's not going to get better. It's proven to me that he can't see and read defenses. There is absolutely no way he's not better, or Dak Prescott's not better than him. I concede that.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I find it interesting that you were actually saying that they need to fire Dracula, Nick Sirianni, and make Kellen Moore the head coach.
At least it's one thing you get. Here's why. At least you have one voice in his ear, and you don't have 5. Okay?
At least you have one voice. I'm not saying it's the right voice. They fucking hired these guys, dude. Okay. By the way, how's Mike Zimmer working out?
This week, much better. Surprisingly,
No.
Surprisingly,
how's Mike Zimmer worked out in 2024 for you?
last week, much better than the first ones.
How has Mike Zimmer worked
far,
out for you?
So far, the jury is out. But you got to give.
So
him
you're going to take 4 quarters of football and go, "Hey, last week he was good."
Well, I tell you what.
When you read a book, you read the first chapter and go, "I like."
I tell you what, and this brings up a big question here, because without Micah Parsons out there playing hero ball, without D-Law, with literally scraping the bottom of the barrel, with
You're not better.
Well, they played better than they have. The fact that they turned the ball over 3 times and the Steelers got 3 points out of it, as opposed to the shit that I saw against New Orleans, where they literally, in Baltimore, that ran roughshod on me. Brother, I will take any kind of win that I can. I don't pretend that the Steelers' offense is great, but they made improvements.
I'm going to make a concession to you. Jalen Hurts is overrated.
Yes.
Will you make the concession that Michael Parsons is overrated?
I think what happens with Mike, yes. The thing is he's good at some really at rushing the passer. His speed is unmatched, but you can scheme against him. He is not a every play type of a guy, and this is where the Cowboys were better actually run stopping, because they ended up basically having bigger guys up on the front and taking care of their assignments. So I don't know, when you start playing without a player and you start doing better, you start to question, do I make this guy the highest paid? And I will bet that Micah Parsons will be playing on his 5th-year option, because that's what the Cowboys do. They don't like to pay you until they absolutely positively have to. So I make no bones about it. The Cowboys will probably still look at it the same way they did CeeDee Lamb.
Do you think they're in the Devontae Adams sweepstakes?
No. I think, if anything...
Dude, if you put Devontae Adams on the other side of CeeDee Lamb, and the Y and the Z, with the lack of that shitty run game that you now think is picked up because of Ricky Ricardo.
Hold on, bro.
I'm going to tell you that is going to help.
Are you actually trying to say that the Steelers' defense is not legit, especially at home?
No, it is.
Here's the thing. Here's what happened for the Cowboys, and I hope that they stick with it. They took Tyler Smith when Tyler Guyton got hurt, who leads the NFL in penalties, has given up 4 sacks, who has a confidence problem because he's played on the right in college. Now he's playing on the left, and he's not used to people crashing on the inside like this. He's having a hard time dealing with that. When they put Tyler Smith out at left tackle, he locked that sucker down. Josh Ball played incredible at guard in comparison to what you would think for a guy who really hasn't played. And I think going forward, that's the best offensive line the Cowboys had. That second half, Dak was not running for his life, was able to actually start making some plays, be it he did have some turnovers, but you saw the running game start to pick up steam. And the key on this is the Cowboys hit 9 different players with catches. When you can spread the ball all over the field like that, that's winning football. You don't have one guy you can stop. And it was good that CeeDee Lamb, after that interception in the end zone, that they went away from him and they started using all these other guys. So now, all of a sudden, people are playing better. You can't be a one-trick pony.
God, the Cowboys, man. Hey, do you think you're beating the Lions?
The Lions are pissed off. They're still mad about the 4th down. It's like, how many 4th downs does it take to beat the Cowboys? They're coming in angry. They want what we have. I don't know. It's a tall task to beat them, as beat up as we are. It looks like Carson might be back. Deron Bland might be back. Parsons will be gone. But it's a tall task. But the way I look at it right now, if we can go into bye week 3-3, that's, not perfect, but it's a lot better than what a lot of people thought we were going to go. If somehow you could win this game, that's fucking huge.
It is, but let me throw this at you here. You do have the bye in there, okay? Mm-hmm. This is what you have coming up, and you tell me what you think your record is over these amount of games. You have the Lions, the Niners, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Texans, the Commanders, the Giants, the Bengals. In that time frame, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 8. In that 8-game run, Lions, Niners, Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders, Giants, and Bengals. Burrow's right now playing great football.
He is.
His defense blows.
Yes, I think.
In that 8-game run, it's going to define your season.
Yeah.
You'll know whether or not you're going to be a playoff team or you're not. You tell me what you think your record is heading into that 8 games, counting this Lions game coming up.
7-5.
If you end up 7-5 total,
We're in great shape then.
you'll win the East. Well, you'll compete with Washington for the East.
And
Because that means you would have beaten Philly.
You know, I think it's going to be hard to beat the Lions, but having the bye week before San Francisco it'll also depend on with Christian McCaffrey. He's beginning to start working out. If he's actually back and able to actually perform, that changes that offense. But the 49ers.
Is that first Philly game? Is that first Philly game in Philly or is it in
It's in Dallas. That's the one you were supposed to be coming to. I will be there at that one.
It's at AT&T.
Yeah. But we haven't played good at AT&T this year. We got 2 losses there. So I'm hoping that we find a way to turn that shit around.
So in 12 games, you think you're going to be 7-5?
Mm-hmm.
You think you're beating the Bengals?
I think we're beating the Bengals. I think we'll beat the Commanders.
You're beating the Texans?
I didn't say the Texans. You said the Giants in there too. So.
Here, let me go down this list here a little bit because this is going to tell us a lot about the East here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're beating the Lions?
I'm going to say we'll either beat the Lions or beat the 49ers.
Okay. You beating the Falcons?
I think we beat the Falcons. Dak is on.
You beating the Eagles?
Cousins. I think we're beating the
Eagles. You beating the Eagles in Arlington?
Eagles. Yes.
Are you beating the Texans and the Commanders?
I think we lose to the Texans. We beat the Commanders.
You think you're a better football team than the Commanders?
I'm going to say pump the brakes a little bit yet on the Commanders. Let me see them with some better teams right now. And right now, the jury's still. I mean, nobody really has a book right now on their quarterback. You know,
that's a pretty big gauntlet of games that you have.
That is. And if they can come through at 7-5,
that Texans team, Kerry, you have a physical Eagle game,
yes.
Then you have a physical Texans game,
yes.
And you're going to have a physical divisional game with Washington. And you think you're going to have the depth to be able to get through that little 3 games, let alone 8 games?
Okay, after the bye week, we'll get Micah back. We'll have Deron Bland back. We'll probably end up getting Brandon Cooks back, although Jalen Tolbert, the number 2, I think right now is better than Brandon Cooks.
When you get in the end back,
you'll get Marshawn Lynch. You'll get him back. He'll be out for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks with the sprained MCL. And Marshawn Nealon, who early on in that game actually had 2 tackles early and was actually looking really good, he'll probably miss about 3 weeks. So when are
you getting the other end?
When
you getting the other end back?
D-Law probably is going to be 4 to 8 weeks. He's on injured reserve.
So you're getting him. You're going to get him towards the back end of this.
Yeah.
So you're going to get him probably down here near Carolina and Tampa and the Eagles and Washington. Dude, look at what you have going out here.
We got a tough schedule. It's not a cake.
Hold on.
Like the Eagles have.
Going on to Cincinnati, you're going to be 7-5. Well, there you got Carolina. That's a win. The Buck game is no given. The Eagle game is no given. The Commander game is no given. The Rams, will see if they get Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back and some of their guys, but if not, you should beat them. The Raiders are beatable, and you're going to end up with the Chargers.
Yeah.
The Chargers might be fighting for a playoff spot there at the end of the year there.
It's not going to be easy. I never said it was going to be easy, but I'm going to tell you the biggest key, or the 2 biggest keys to me is if Jalen Tolbert can continue to progress and become that extra weapon for Dak, and if Mozzie Smith can continue to get better in the middle of the field. That's huge. That's one spot that we have not had anything helping us in forever. And Mozzie has actually been playing good. Linval Joseph played really great last week too. And if you can get those 2 guys going in the middle field, and Sills, it's all from the defensive line.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. In that 8 game stretch there,
you're going to need them.
You'll be looking at 3 games.
We'll see.
Because you don't have the depth, dude.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily be the depth. I mean, the death nail. That would be 6 and 7.
No, it wouldn't be. You'd still be fighting.
6-8.
You're 6-8, and you'd still be fighting.
We'll still be fighting. We'll still have a chance because I don't see your Eagles doing a whole hell of a lot. And quite frankly, who is play? Do you really still believe in Minnesota and Atlanta?
That's the point of this thing too. Is there any dominant team in the NFC? The answer is no.
No.
But I do think that you don't have a lot of talent on that roster.
Yeah, no, that's what they always say about us, but somehow we end up winning 12 games. Right now, you actually have to look at the Giants and say, Giants might be better than we thought they were. To go to Seattle and win, people don't remember that Washington only got 7 field goals to win that game. It was 21-18. So maybe they're actually not that bad a team. The Eagles might have to worry about the Giants.
Oh, I think the Eagles don't have any. They have no givens. Like this weekend, here's my biggest problem. And this is what
you got the
I want
them
them
to this week.
But it's not. And I'll tell you why.
Cleveland?
Just see. Did you hear? Well, hang on, folks. Did you hear what he just did? There's Cowboy fan for you. Because you know why? This is how the Cowboys get annihilated by Arizona, thinking like Mark. That's how, you know why? Because Mark goes into that Arizona game thinking we're going to knock the pants off them, and they run you out of the stadium. This is where I look at Cleveland and go, well, the Eagle defense doesn't really make me right. Hey, they get all those stars back on offense, Mark. Hey, by the way, I'm taking the 8.5 points in the Browns.
I'm sorry. Deshaun Watson is terrible.
Okay.
He is awful.
Then beat him.
God, he's terrible.
Hey, dude, I saw this team lose last year to the backup quarterback in Dallas. No, the backup quarterback in New York right now. Who's the backup? What's that guy's name?
I know you're talking.
Who's the guy in Seattle?
DeVito.
No, not DeVito. The other guy. The guy who's not a backup quarterback was a starting quarterback in Seattle. And he ended up beating the Eagles.
Oh, Lordy.
And so, I mean, I saw a bum like a Drew Lock beat the Eagles last year. Oh,
jeez. Okay. All right. I hear you talking.
So you go like this. Deshaun Watson sucks, and he surely does. But I'll tell you what they do have. They got Myles Garrett. They also have the number 1 defense of a year ago in that Cleveland Browns team. And I'll also say this to you. Jim Schwartz has a Super Bowl ring. Vic Fangio doesn't.
So are you saying they're a good team then?
No. I'm saying that the Eagles can't beat going into games thinking like you, that everything's a layup. You see a shitty team.
I was trying to give you credit because I don't
like that.
I've seen Cleveland looking like ass all season.
Okay, true. But I saw, get this. Here's why I say this. The Buccaneers were all in the 20s heading into that game. Yeah. Their offense was 26th. Their running game was 25th. They were 26th on defense. They were 8th against the run. And you know what they did? They went down there and the Eagles got killed. They got killed by a team in the 20s. Okay, now you got another one. You got a quarterback. And here's my problem with the Eagles. Your corners play 10 yards off the ball. Your safeties play 2-eye safety 25 yards off the ball. I don't care who you are, Mark. At the end of the day, you could turn Deshaun Watson into a guy who goes 38 or 28 or 34 for 370 yards because you're not covering them. They play 10 yards off the ball. Baker Mayfield had played pitch and catch last week with that Eagle defense. They had no shot.
Wow. You know what? I've thought that Cleveland was the slump buster, the team that you play to get healthy on. It's beginning to sound like the Eagles are the slump buster here, bro.
No. They get their guys back. No, they get AJ, they get Devontae, they get Lane back. That should play a factor. But my problem is on defense. Where are you getting better? You don't have quality players over there. I mean, they have no edge rushers. Their 2 tackles are underperforming. Mm-hmm. Their linebackers are trash cans.
And Devin White couldn't even get on the field. I don't understand how Devin White couldn't get on the field. They played him every preseason game.
And they made it seem like Nakobe Dean was some sort of like the next coming of Seth Joyner. And that wasn't happening. And like their corner Slay is burnt. The other guy, Quinion, looks like the deal. Now they're going to put a rookie in who had no camp. And they're going to put Cooper DeJean in the slot over Ante Maddox, who sucks. By the way, be fair also, C.J. Gardner-Johnson has sucked. So
But other than that, they've been great.
So going into the Cleveland game, I'm like this. I don't know. Nick Sirianni could be fired Monday.
Wow. You know,
You lose by 10 to the shitty Browns, and you're 2-3 with a team who spent $200 million in offense. See, that's the shit they won't do in Dallas. You know why? Because the guy making the decisions in Dallas is the owner. Mm-hmm. And that's why you're status quo. See, you're the toilet bowl that never flushes. You know that turd that just goes around in the top?
Come on.
And it just sits there just sits there.
But we find a way to get a win.
At least the Eagles can flush it.
Well, let me ask this. Where's Philly 500 today?
Yeah, he had an emergency.
I bet he did. I bet he did have an emergency.
Hey, wait, right here. Look, are you saying he's ducking because his team's starting to look a little suspect?
Yeah, he is. He's hiding out at the safe house. It's okay, Philly. It's okay. I don't bite.
So the toilet bowl that never flushes.
So you were
the
mentioning
bowl that stays at the top, and you got to kind of like bang on it.
You were mentioning last week that you got a text back from Stephen Jones with the smiley face about Davante Adams, and I have to agree with you that if the Cowboys were to get him,
here's what the hang up is. The because of his age, it's not the money. The Raiders want a 2 for him. No team has offered a 2.
You know what? The way the Cowboys suck with our second round picks, I'd say thank you. We have sucked. Okay, in the last 15
years. Would you give a 2 and 36 or would you give a 2 and $28 million a year up when you just paid a guy $35 million?
And how much did you pay AJ Brown and Devontae Smith?
35 and 25. AJ's Devontae's deal is prorated out. You don't see that hits for 3 more years.
There you go.
You get a little bit of a deal there.
Mm-hmm. And you got triggers with CeeDee Lamb that you can put that money out the same way too.
You could defer it. That's right.
Here's the thing: is when you talk about money, how much money is it worth for a Super Bowl?
No, I completely agree. So here's why I think the Jets and the Bills could come in and swoop down and get Davante Adams is because those teams might be desperate. If the Buffalo Bills lose to the Jets on Monday night, I guarantee you they give the 2 up for Adams and pick up the contract and put Adams in Buffalo, and that will change the dynamic in Buffalo. There's teams right now. Do I think it's a high probability Dallas will take him, Davante Adams? Probably not, because the pick is too high. Jerry doesn't want to give the 2 up.
But see, here's the thing, though, about I'm telling you. I know that
for a fact.
I hear you. I hear you.
3.
But listen to the picks we've had. We've had Sam Williams. We had Marshawn Nealon this year, who's gotten injured. We had
you're missing the point,
Tristan
though.
Hill. I get it.
No,
but we suck with that.
The point is the money. Because if even when you miss on those deals,
you're not paying them.
Those second and third round deals, you're not paying $36 million or $20 million, $28 million with a guy that you have on your roster that's killing your roster.
I agree. They won't do that. But to me,
they'd rather kill the pick.
Okay.
They'd rather kill the pick than kill the pick and have to eat the money.
So when the Denver Broncos went ahead and said, we'll give you a 3rd round pick for a 1-year rental for Von Miller, was that not worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it.
Because it was for what, 7-8 games? For a 3rd round pick?
Games. Yeah.
And you got a Super Bowl. So there you go.
But they were closer than you.
Well, but look at the opportunity out here right now.
They had Peyton Manning.
I understand. Oh, well, we got Dak Prescott, who is not that bad. And you give him a weapon, he's going to make him better.
Are you trying to say Dak Prescott's Peyton Manning?
I'm going to say, here's what I'm going to say.
Now, he may have been that version of Peyton because Peyton wasn't.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
No. don't ever say Peyton Manning and Dak Prescott in the same breath unless you're doing
How long was it before Peyton Manning got his first Super Bowl?
Hey, all I'll say to you is, hang on here. The only time you mention those two guys together is they're doing a Frito-Lay commercial.
Okay.
That's the only time you mention those two together.
Here's what I'm going to say. Every wide receiver that the Cowboys have had their best years statistically with Dak Prescott. They've gotten better. Des Bryant had more yards per reception than with Tony Romo his last year with Dak Prescott. You took guys like Randall Cobb, who Green Bay literally left on the side road as garbage, and he took that guy and got him 800 yards, and he got a $25 million contract to go play with the Texans and did absolutely nothing with Deshaun Watson. So you bring somebody in like Devontae Adams and can spread that ball around there where he's literally working with guys, our next three receivers after CeeDee Lamb have a total of 600 yards in receptions. You give him that guy, it's going to open up lanes for the running game, and it's going to make your whole offense that much better.
Do you think Dak Prescott makes shitty players better?
Yes. Honestly, tell me what player has left the Cowboys and you say Dak Prescott was holding them back. A lot of them end up not even being in the NFL anymore.
Amari Cooper has not been the same player since he's left Dallas.
And that was going with a guy that they said was a top 5 quarterback. So,
okay. I mean,
I look at it like this. The Cowboys,
Hurts does not make players around them better.
I would say opportunity-wise, when you look at this, San Francisco has a lot of great players, but all of a sudden everybody's getting hurt. Howie's shine has definitely gone off of him. Barkley looks good, but if you keep running him like that, I don't know how much you're going to have by the end of the season. And you're not getting any help from all these other big signings that you got. You can look around and say, there's an opportunity in the NFC that maybe you didn't have last year. Sometimes you got to roll the dice and say, fuck it, let's try and see what we can do. You got the coach on a 1-year deal. Why not? Take a chance.
Talking Cowboys is like, you know what it's like? You know that movie that Bill Murray played in where the chipmunk guy? Groundhog Day. It's like fucking Groundhog Day. Why is it that I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day every time I talk to you? Like, just when I start to see, I don't know, maybe, then I go, wait a minute, Stills. It's fucking Groundhog Day. It's the Cowboys and it's Groundhog Day. I wake up every day and go, hey, maybe, I don't know. It looks like then you go, no, don't do it. I want to punch myself in the face every time I talk to you sometimes because the way you talk about these Cowboys, do you think the Cowboys can win the NFC?
You mean East?
No, the NFC. So wait a minute. Have you lowered your standards now in Dallas? You won in the East?
You know what? Anything can happen because it's always funny. No, hold on. Let's think about this for a second.
Okay, Kamala. I got it. Okay.
At the end of the season, what all of the talking heads do is they say, this team was a playoff team. They're going to be a playoff team next year. This team went to the Super Bowl. They're a Super Bowl favorite next year. They did that with the Eagles, and they were a flawed team the whole year. They did that with San Francisco, and you look at it and say, they're getting a lot of injuries. Maybe the shine isn't quite there. And all of a sudden, you see teams like, Miami that look like dog shit right now. And then all of a sudden, Atlanta looks good, and Minnesota looks good. Anything can happen, and it's too early because last year, this time, we were talking about how bad Green Bay was before they came in and roundhoused us in our own house. It's too early to tell. And I will say, as bad as your freaking Eagles have been, with the cupcake schedule that they have, they can get right real quick. And all of a sudden, get a bunch of wins and win the division. And Washington,
they got the Ravens on that schedule.
They're looking good.
They play the same guys you play.
No,
Dude, they play the AFC North.
Bro, have you looked at your schedule the rest of the way?
Dude, they play the AFC North and the NFC East. The last time I looked, every team plays the same division.
No, we had the first place schedule there, bro. We had the first place schedule. So, wait, let me go through it with you here because you're coming off the bye week. I'm sorry. I still don't think that the Browns are that good. Yes, you got the Giants. I don't really think the Giants are playing better Their defense is legit. And mind you, as everybody's talking about Dexter Lawrence and how great he's playing. You know what's incredible? My rookie center did not give up a pressure to that guy. Think about that for a second. Not
Scooter
a single.
BB. You're giving Scooter BB.
Cooper BB. Cooper.
Oh, it's not Scooter.
It's not
Cooper
Scooter.
BB.
Hey, you can call whatever you want to. When he can shut down Dexter Lawrence. Okay.
Scooter BB. You're trying to tell me you think
He's the real deal.
handled Dexter Lawrence?
He handled Dexter Lawrence.
I thought I saw him up,
Bro,
and it looked
he's
like
had 2
toe swing
games
shot.
already.
I saw him throwing back
He's
in the
had
quarterback.
2 games already without a single pressure given up. For a rookie, that's hellacious. But be that as it may, you got the Giants, you got the Bengals. You can't say the Bengals are great. You got the freaking Jaguars. How many wins do you have with those guys in the next 4 games? That's what, 4 wins
I don't know.
between them?
See,
That's
I'm not
garbage.
like you, man. I don't look at cake
bro.
wins.
Okay, you
this
can't
is
look
why-
at the Jaguars and say that they're a
why
good team.
you
Doug
roll
Peterson's
in-
on the hot seat and he's talking about
This
benching
is why
at
you roll
35.
into games and you get fucking annihilated by the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
This
Well,
is why the Cardinals work.
I hope you get lit up by the Jags and Doug Peterson. But at the moment, he's not sure that his $55 million a year quarterback should be starting.
How about this? The Lions are going to put 39 on you.
You know, I remember you guys saying that the Steelers were going to kick our ass.
I had the
last week,
Lions
too.
winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, well,
Okay?
we'll see. We'll see.
I picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl, and I think they put 39 on you.
It's a
Who's
tall
blocking
task.
Aiden Hutchinson? That turnstile known as Tyler Guyton?
Which is why, that's why I hope Guyton, who hurt his groin, they're saying he's practicing, keep his ass on it. Let me put Tyler Smith out there on Hutchinson. Let me put him out there. That's a difference maker right there. That will definitely negate him.
Every time I talk to you, I feel like I have to take a shower of cowboy filth every time I leave this because
Why? Because I convince you that maybe there's hope?
no, what you do is you pollute my brain, making me think that is it Groundhog Day or do I really?
Oh, Lordy.
You know what? Eventually, now look, it took Michael Jordan 9 years to win
I think
an
it
NBA
took Peyton Manning
championship.
that long, too.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm taking it a week at a time. And right now, I'm happy as shit that the Eagles are imploding. I've enjoyed this week, okay? I don't know about next week. Hell, I turn 59 tomorrow. I don't know if I'll see 59 in one day. But today, I'm happy as shit. So, here's to you, Sil. Here's to you, Eagle fans.
Hey, I got to get out of here, man. He goes like this. And by the way, you're not banned because you know why? He is having too much fun these last 2 weeks. I can't, man. I'm going to be pulling for the Lions so bad.
I told you, man. I was literally getting bitch slapped between the two of you like a pinball, man. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bide my time. Because at some point, the Eagles are going to look bad and payback will be a bitch.
Good night, almighty, man. Tell the folks how they can find you. Don't forget to make your bets with BetUS on both of our platforms here, there with Mark
Definitely.
and here. Go ahead, Mark. Tell folks how they can find you.
Just look up Cowboy Jobu. I've got actually my original channel, Cowboy Jobu, as well as Jobu Sports. And, anything you hit Cowboy Jobu, you'll find me, okay? Just like cockroaches, I'm all over the place.
Hey, Mark, thank you so much, man. A lot of fun always, man. I appreciate it. We'll catch you next week, brother.
Good luck with the Browns.
Hey, good luck with the Lions. You'll need it. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Oh, God almighty, man. You see he's
That's always
drinking
so much fun.
He's drinking the finer stuff, too. He's drinking wrong. This guy ain't drinking like Cuddy Shark. Cuddy Shark, that shit, man. Or that Seagram's. He's drinking rum. Probably Captain Jack.
Jack, I don't drink that.
Hit that like button, everyone. I appreciate it. Xander's
definitely.
going to join us around the corner, I hope. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see what's going on here. Hit that like button. Keep it here, National Football.
There's nothing better than seeing the Eagles imploding, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out here. We did get we got a super chat in here. and we see Philly 500 didn't show. Chris May, shout out to Chris May. Thank you very much, Chris May. I'm going to, I'm thinking about tonight doing my fireside chat live into midnight to bring in my birthday. I'm thinking about doing that, so I'll let you guys know on that one. In the meantime, my wife has one of her family members that's coming over, so I've got to actually go out and cook some dinner for her. D-Money, good job. Dak is 5-0 against the Lions in his career. Let's keep that up. One game at a time. I hope Lions win on Sunday. I have a good day of it. Logan Motorsports. Oh, man. Where's Twiz Digga? Because, see, the reason why I'm on this show with Dan Salio is straight up because of Twiz Digga starting shit with me. So I enjoy that. Jesse, get that hot L, Mark. Okay. For Cow Turds, hope has been a season for 30 adventures. I think Green Bay wins the Super Bowl. Tyler Smith is a monster. Matt, thank you very much. One game at a time is right, Curtis. Curtis! Yes, undefeated, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to say it's the NFL. I don't expect the Lions to be, 17-0. They got to lose to somebody. Why not the Cowboys? They thought we were going to lose against the Steelers on the road. But lo and behold, here we go. So, one game at a time. The Lions are a Super Bowl caliber team, in my opinion. Can we beat them? Absolutely. Week-to-week league, Holly Pierce, you are 100% right on that one. Whew. Mark, you're funny. Cowboys and Eagles are in the same boat. No, actually, the Cowboys are over 500 right now. So, not exactly in the same boat. Jesse, Minnesota is a sleeper team, Mark. Yeah, but you know what? I have a feeling, Sam Darnold started going back to Sam Darnold that we know the second half of that game on last week. So I'm not sure that Minnesota is going to be able to keep Sam Darnold playing that well. But that's just my opinion, and what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll who doesn't know much of anything. All right, good people, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here right now. I appreciate everybody, and Philly 500 is definitely missing. I'll check you out, and I'll see you later. Peace out.
Just got another weapon to throw this game. CeeDee Lamb is a weapon in every shape of the word.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire that motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.